This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Welcome to the Pete and Sebastian Show. Appreciate you guys coming back and listening. Jump over to Patreon. We got the Patreon up and running. $5 a month, Pete and Sebastian Show. Big things planned for. Go ahead.
Did the new Patreon come out where you were talking about?
I'm in the middle of a Patreon pitch and you're cutting me off.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Patreon though, but I won't cut you off anymore.
So anyway, Patreon's up and running on that end. So many different ways to go here today. Yeah. Coming off New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Do you do anything special for these days, or is it just an everyday deal at the Correale
I mean, we had a nice night alone. It was enjoyable, but no big party.
Okay, so Saturday evening, I'd say 5:00. We were invited over to a friend's of ours house, or their house, for pizza with the kids. It's going to be about 20 people there. We go over there, get there about 5. I'm driving. Like, when you go out, do you have a designated driver before you start the night, or do you decide that when, you had a couple of pops and you turn to Jackie and go, hey, you got to drive the car tonight? How do you do it?
That way, usually, the second way, because otherwise I normally drive, and she doesn't usually drink a lot, So, like you said, okay. I'd go, or she'll say, I'll drive home.
Okay.
Or she'll nudge me and say, I'm starting to have a good time, so you might want to slow down because I can't drive.
All right.
All right. I don't want to interrupt a lot today, guy.
No, it's not even wrong. I was doing the pitch.
No, in general, I've been thinking that in my head, though. As I interrupt.
Oh, God. So, what the fuck? What do I got here? Hold on. I got something in my pocket. So it's a price tag. Hold on 1 second. You ever get you ever forget a price tag on something? Like a tag?
Once in a while.
Huh?
Once in a while.
All right. Anyway, listen. I knew I was driving that night. Got the kids. So I'm driving. But I'll have a glass of wine. Get there. Right away I'm in on the pizza. I wanna like, just, I'm starving. So me and the homeowner sat down at the table. We're eating pizza. I have a glass of wine. I look over across the room, and Lana's drinking like a mixed drink, like a martini, something that she normally doesn't drink. So we sit there, we go throughout the night, the sparklers, We leave about 8:30. Lana gets in the car, and I look over, and she's hammered. Like, it was as if someone put something in her drink. That's how slosh she was.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Where she came at me saying, oh, so-and-so's coming over right now. We're going to, like, spend New Year's Eve with them. And I'm like, what? Man, someone's coming over. It's 8:30, And I came at her pretty hard. She's like, whoa. Oh, man, I didn't know you were getting so... And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, do you ever, like, realize that someone's drunk in the midst of the sentences that they're putting together? Right? Like, I was with her inside. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And then we get in the car, and now it just all of a sudden kicked in.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta stop. I feel like I shouldn't have said the interrupting thing, because now you're not being yourself.
Bro, I am being myself, but I felt recently, I come on, you go into something, and I tend to interrupt a lot because I get hopped up and I get into it. So when you said that, I'm like, he's been thinking about it too. All right, you want to know the truth? to like a band after 10 years, is the lead singer or a guitarist ever playing, wondering, is the bassist not into this anymore? Like behind them? You know what I mean? It's like, I am loving this cast. And it's almost like when you start to like something so much that you're like, fuck, is this going to end? Because now I'm like, it's been 10 years. But 10 years ain't enough for me, is I guess what I'm saying to you. So I guess I'm starting to wonder, like, I wonder if like it's coming to an end soon. Man, I interrupt too much. That would be annoying to me if I was listening to this shit. If I was doing it with me. So anyway, it was a lot going on. But the fact that you said that, it's like Rocky's wife saying, "Win." All right, I'm loose again.
Yeah. No, you got to loosen up because I feel like at this point in the story, the old Pete would have came in with something, and now I feel like you're holding back because I said something about interrupting.
No, man, I got to be honest. There's a genuine concern going on here because now I'm wondering, did someone actually slip? Does this story end in the emergency room? Is there a Mickey? Because the way you said, I was going to start making fun, but when she's like, hey, man, I'm like, wow, that don't sound like Lana. What are the kids thinking? Are they on to this yet? Because that's always weird. The first time you realize your parents, your mother's drunk, dad, whatever, mom's drunk. It's like we're flying solo till tomorrow morning. The fuck?
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
We're going home. I got to put all three of you to bed.
And any one of you can piss tonight in the bed, huh? The way this is going. Not that, of course, Lana would never do that. But anyway, where are we at with this? Seriously.
I don't know where we were going with this. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Right, Pete?
HelloFresh has recipes sure to please everyone at your table. From fit and wholesome to veggie or family-friendly, you'll always find something even the pickiest eaters will enjoy. I've used this. I got to tell you, this is a great product, man. If you don't want to deal with trying to figure out what to make every night, my wife was getting really annoyed with it at one point, and we rolled with this, and it's fantastic. It brings it all right to you. It tells you how to cook it, and you're done. You can customize select meals by swapping your proteins or sides or even adding protein to a veggie dish. And now you can even upgrade for organic chicken or organic ground beef. Bro, I mean, that's the L.A. wheelhouse, right, Sebastian?
Exactly. I love the way HelloFresh helps me eat healthy when I'm having a busy week. So go to HelloFresh.com/thecast65 and use code thecast65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/thecast65 and use the code thecast65 for 65% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. So I'm driving home.
Did you ask her what she drank or what's going on?
It was one of those where she was like, just slow down. So you couldn't have a conversation with her. It was, she's like, slow down. I go, slow down. I'm going 25. You know? She was spinning. No matter how fast or slow I was going, she was spinning. So she was doing one of these. She was hanging onto that handle on the car. You know, that big handle some of the cars have. She was holding on like she was on a subway.
I can see dude.
Wow. So it was a 1-lane street, and I was going 25, and the speed limit's 35. So I got a train of cars behind me honking, right? And she don't even know that they're honking, and it's pouring rain, pouring. I'm going through puddles. It's a mess.
Right.
My son, he's out cold. Serafina's like enjoying the puddles, and mommy now is laying on the console on the middle console, just passed out cold.
Oh wow! All right.
So I pull into the driveway, pouring rain, I get Caruso up. Right? I got 2 kids. I got to get out of the car. So I take Caruso. I put him in the garage. And I take Serafina. I put her in the garage. And we leave Mommy in the car, passed out, raining.
Right.
Because I can't get her out. I can't get 3 kids. Yeah. I can't do it. So I go inside. I get the kids all situated. I got, it's like the things that go unseen as a parent. Like, do you ever do something that Jackie don't see, and you're like, what a dad?
Oh, yeah. Little things. Yeah.
Little
things. What do we do here? What do we...
Like, I'm talking to him, man, and I'm reading him a book while my wife's passed out in the rain, like...
Whoa.
Like,
whoa. You put the kids in their pajamas and read them a book while the love of your life is still out in the rain in a car?
Yeah.
Guy, you don't think this is a just get the kids into the house, go turn the TV on, go up to your rooms and start getting ready. I'm going to go help your mother. How long was your wife in the car?
I'm going to say close to half an hour. Half an hour.
I don't know. That's a little long. I mean, it's like
Passed
a
out.
pet, maybe a half hour. The wife should be within 5 minutes. Your wife should have been up to a room, laying on the bed. Then you go get the kids from wherever they are floating around in the house, read them the book, come back. I don't know. It's a 50-50
I didn't know what I was.
Listen.
Once I remove my wife from the car,
Right.
I can't manage 3
Oh,
people.
you don't know how
You know
that
what
would
I'm
play out. I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know.
you.
Like, if I'm going to take her out and she throws up all over me, I can't go read the kids a book after that. I figure I got to...
Look, yeah, with Lana, she can either pass out, throw up, or crank the stereo and call a couple friends. You have no idea how this shit's going to play out when you get her out. Let me get the kids all done, and then I'll deal with that whirlwind. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I take it back. That makes sense, man.
Okay. That was my mindset. So I get her out of the car. I tell Lana, Lana, come on. Now, it's pouring rain. She's got her jacket in there. I said, all right, just go in the garage here. I'm getting the jacket out and her phone and whatnot. I turn around, bro. She's headed right for the shelving unit in the garage. Like, the door's over here. She's going diagonal.
Oh,
and
wow.
she's, I mean, the walk is she basically falls into the shelves and just starts walking along the shelf. Like there's just a shelf, just a bunch of shelves, and she's hitting all the boxes. Wow, this is another level.
Right.
The type where I gotta like the arms gotta go around my neck. Where we gotta bring her to the.
Right.
And she's got boots on, leather boots up to her knees, the whole thing.
Dad is saving the day here, man. Right?
Oh, God.
Wow.
I put her in the bed, right? Then I go to get dressed.
Where are we at with the bedding? Do we do boots off, most clothes off, or keep clothes on?
Right now, everything's on. Boots are hanging off the bed. She's just like laying on the bed. No covers, no nothing. She's still in the outfit.
Some of Lana's outfits, too, they need directions to take the stuff off. You know what I'm saying? There's like a lot going on in that fashion world.
Yeah, it's not you just pull the shirt off. There's like, you need to bring out a manual.
Oh, shit. All right,
Speaking of
lay
manual,
it down. Yeah.
Serafina, I had to undo her hair. Now, the way Lana does Serafina's hair, particularly on special events like New Year's Eve, there are so many weaves and braids and little rubber bands and pins and this and that. I'm taking this off. I'm thinking, where does it end, bro? I'm unweaving, taking it out. She's like, ow! There's no delicacy. There's no delicate. I got fucking meatball hands. I'm taking out rubber bands that are this small. And I'm pulling out clumps of hair.
Oh, shit.
So
I cut them when it's my turn. I take the scissors. I just pow. pow, pow, and the hair just comes out. That's it. Those little rubber bands, shit. They're a nightmare on the vacuum when they get on the ground. All right, yeah. So I could picture this scene, man. I mean, you want to just go to bed with this like this, or?
Oh yeah, no, you go to bed with that. She wakes up and forget it. It's an 8-day knot that you can't get out. You got to cut the hair. So Lana's now. I get into my I couldn't deal with Lana in my going out clothes. I had to get into. I felt like in order for me to deal with her situation, I had to be in comfortable clothes. Right?
Yeah, I hear you. Like a male nurse. Bro, on the flip side, though, at the end of this whole tale, it looks like from 9 o'clock on, you got New Year's Eve to yourself. That's a little nicey in the house, right? Once in a blue moon, it's a nice.
Well, it's about 8:30 right now, all right?
Yeah.
I take a boot. I take that off. Again, it's like difficult to take you ever take a boot off a woman when she's not helping at all?
Yeah, it's hard, right? You got to put your hand on the shin and grab the heel.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then she got the socks. I got to take the socks off. Then I'm like, all right, babe, we got to get undressed. She's like, no, just leave me here. And I'm like, and then I start looking at the clothes, right? I start looking at the clothes. And I go, thank God she said, just leave me here, because like you said, there was a crisscross in the back with a snap and a hook and this and I go, this is going to be, I can get this off. I'll cut the shit off. I'll take a scissors. I'll cut the whole fucking outfit off.
But I know there's a part of you too, though, like everything else, the way you throw a party, even when somebody passes out on you a watch, don't you want to be the guy that they wake up in their robe, water by the side. They're asking for aspirin, and I tell her, I already put 2 down your throat while you were passed out. You know, I can see that's how you feel. You'll wake up in a blouse.
Well, I gotta tell you, it's funny you say that, because I figure, okay, let her just lay here on top of the sheets if she doesn't want to get undressed. I know that feeling where, you're spinning and you don't want to get undressed. Okay, I'll leave her here. So what I do is I go get one of these, right?
Right.
And we got like a powdered Pedialyte. I put powdered Pedialyte in one of these. I shake it up, 2 Tylenol right by the bedside. I tap her. I go, babe, listen, you got to drink something. You're going to thank me in the morning. Take the Tylenol now. Just do it. She's like, no, it's okay. I go, it's here if you need it, all right? So I did everything but tuck her in and take her clothes off.
To roll over, hungover, to Pedialyte and 2 aspirin, it's just magical, bro. It's magic. I pop them, chug, and go back down for 2 hours, wake up. You saved the hangover, bro. It's unbelievable. You're undoing kids' hair, leaving Tylenol. Boom. What a way to close out 2-2, huh? Just, holy shit. For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic career. I know. Yo tango. What I know? Yo me amo. Oh, man, I got to work on that. And now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. You got to try this, Babbel. Have you tried it yet, Sebastian? It's great.
It's unbelievable. Whether you're traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. I mean, Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Other language learning apps use AI for their lessons plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts.
They're unbelievable. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. And with Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. So right now, you can get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/thecast. That's Babbel.com/thecast for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
So now I'm all alone. Right? It's 8:55. Everybody's in bed.
Yeah.
And I FaceTime my sister. And because I knew my mother was over there. And they're bringing in the New York New Year. So I celebrate New Year with them over FaceTime. And I'm in bed by 9:15 on New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
Now, part of me was like, oh, it would have been nice, to have the kids bring in the New Year in New York time. I had memories from when I was a kid and we went out and we banged the pots and pans on the driveway, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And my wife is fucking tanked in our bed with her clothes on, and I'm next to her at 9:15 now. Did you make it to midnight?
Of course I made it to midnight. Of course I did. I stayed up to like 1:45. But the whole way this thing was playing out, I thought you were gonna tell me 9:15. Now Lana's sleeping, kids are sleeping. I get off the phone with my family. I think I'm gonna break out a bottle of wine, and I sat down and I listened to Sinatra and drank a bottle of wine on New Year's. Going to bed at basically the same time.
This is where you and I go down different roads. I don't know what condition she's going to wake up in. So my job ain't done, man. I'm looking at this as a school night now. Right? Kids are getting up at 6:15. If both mommy and daddy are 3 sheets, we need at least one of us.
We
to
need
make
one
breakfast.
function. Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm looking at this as like, man, I'm going to get a great step on the day tomorrow. I'll get up before the kids. I'll get a workout in, and then I'll get them going. And sure enough, got up early, got it all going, cooked breakfast for the kids. Lana was not hungover. Thank God. And she was like, I don't know what happened. She drank Mai Tais. She never drinks Mai Tais. And she had wine. And I didn't think she was really monitoring her wine intake. And I think it hit her because she came in on an empty stomach, drank, then had the pizza. I think it was all screwed up. The way she went about it. But, that was New Year's Eve, man. It's changed. It's really changed.
Well, I mean, that one changed. And that was pretty wild. Did she take the Tylenol in the middle of the night? Hey, by the way, was she like, thanks a lot, man?
She was apologetic. She was like, I'm sorry that I was like that and we couldn't bring in the New Year's as a family. And she was upset that the kids didn't get to see the countdown or New Year's or whatnot. And then I started to reflect going, man, should I have put her in bed first and then took the kids and we celebrated New Year's Eve, just me and the kids? It was one of those things where you just the next day going, should I have done that different or whatnot? But after a while, I gotta tell you, the shit that goes unseen. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that does this. I'm sure Lana does stuff that I don't see or whatnot. But don't you sometimes want to go and do a play-by-play of what you did the day after so they know?
How look at the service you're getting with me as a right. You know what I think more than that, bro? The best way to really show what your worth is, I wish there was a way for a day all wives could be married to some of the other slugs out there. You know what I mean? Just for a day. So when your wife says you want a da-da-da and the guy she's with goes, fuck that, they would go, men actually say that? They just look at their wives and go, fuck that, and put on the TV? Yeah. Like, they have no idea. And I know our listeners, too. We got great men out there listening. The class you get. That's why, like, on New Year's Eve, Jackie, I said, do you have any resolutions? Because I got a few resolutions. And she goes, I thought was pretty cool. She goes, nah, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. Keep raising my kid the right way, keep her on track, and just keep staying with the greatest guy in the world. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And she goes, oh, okay, I'm not saying that's you, guy. You don't know what I'm doing in my downtime. That's what she said as a joke, you know. But so once in a while, you'll get a line from Lana saying what a great guy you are. But for the most part, they don't need to see the tape. They don't need to see what you did the night before. They know. They know, and it's just all understood. And you know when you really get all the kudos you deserve at your funeral. It's so fucking bizarre. By the time they really truly tell you how great you are, and they cry, and you're not there to even enjoy it. You know, you're a great dad, bro. I mean, and on top of that, you know, you got the added thing where I'd be like, I'm famous. I should be in Monte Carlo right now, fucking gambling. And I'm taking hand beads out of my daughter, putting Tylenol by the wife. You know what I'm saying, man? You should be ringing the bell in Paris as the guest celebrity for the fucking ball drop. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I did that to Jackie. I was in Wegmans on New Year's Eve. One lady came up to me in Wegmans and said, I've seen you twice. I love your stuff so much. I turned to Jackie. I go, can't believe I'm fucking famous shopping in Wegmans with you two. She goes, one person in 3 weeks, guy. Pump the brakes.
Oh, God. No, I like your idea, though, the married to a guy for a day, just to see the difference in attitude and what happens throughout the day is just a genius idea, bro.
Yeah. You mind if my friends come over to watch the game? What? What?
I'm going to be downstairs playing Madden. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm gonna... That's the fucking... That would, if I was a woman and I was loving a guy and I'm on a date with him and he's like, oh, I like to play video games, I would be like, check, please. That's
a deal breaker, right?
That's a deal breaker, bro. That and the man cave in general.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, I'm not much better because on New Year's Eve, we sent Sadie to my in-laws, so we had the night to ourselves. But we weren't going to go out. We didn't want to party. We were just going to, we made the Omaha steaks, by the way. Used the method you told me. Unbelievable, delicious.
Oh, yeah. Did that work for you?
Yes. We did the guy's way where you bake it, let it sit for 15 minutes, then sear it, and then eat it right away. And the red is all the way through the meat. Yeah, it was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful meal. And then we had this movie through the Guild. The Writers Guild sends me to movies so you could vote on them. And you probably get them too, I'm sure. So anyway, I don't want to put the guy under the bus, but watched the famous director's latest movie. Got about 20 minutes into this thing, and we were looking forward to it. It was on New Year's Eve night, you know. Spielberg, the movie about his life. I forget what it's called. Man. Yeah, I'm not worried about Spielberg. Never put me in a movie anyway. He's got a new movie out about his life when he was growing up, and you know, and it's got big stars in it. So I was like excited for it. It was not entertaining, right? So about 9:30, I do a switch over. Never saw this before. Chris Pratt, Jurassic World. They got an amusement park with all the animals, all the dinosaurs, and they created a new dinosaur. And it got loose, so Chris Pratt has to come save the day. Oh, God, I was loving this. I was loving this so much that it's 11:50, and I turn to Jackie, and I go, because she wanted to put the ball on the Seacrest and do the ball drop, and I go, shit. I look at her, I go, I don't want to make a whole big deal out of New Year's. Just like, you know, can we just, and she goes, yeah, just 5 minutes. And I'm like, perfect. Because she had hats and the things. So with 5 minutes to go, we put the hat on, and then we blow. The ball drops. We make out for a second, and then I'm right back to Chris Pratt, baby. So I wasn't sleeping, but I wasn't partying either. I'm watching fucking dinosaurs. Great movie, by the way. Great movie. Yeah.
Oh, I got to see that. I'm not a big Jurassic guy, but if you're recommending a Jurassic World, I like Chris Pratt too, so maybe I'll check that out.
He used to be married to a woman in The Office, that show, right? And then he lost all this weight, and even when I went to have Sadie watch this movie the next day, and all you see is the cover of the movie, and it's Chris Pratt in a shirt, and she goes, "Dad, he looks cool." And this guy got so handsome when he dropped the weight. I don't want to. I'll leave it at that. But it just, he's probably looking at his wife, going, "Listen, honey, look at me. Look at me. This is kind of weird if we stay together, don't you think?"
Do you think he out handsomed his wife?
That's what happened. He lost all that weight, and it just became, she's a pretty lady, but he went from a 5 to a BP practically, man. Brad Pitt level. It became.
Oh, God.
That's got to come out. I'm saying a woman's not attractive. That's not nice.
No, you're just saying
she is attractive. He just got
insane.
insane.
Yeah, he's overly attractive.
Yeah,
it's not like the girl's ugly. He just, and it happens on the other side of it too. I mean, a woman. Well, does it?
Yeah, a woman is a chunky woman with a dork and not so good looking guy, and then she loses. Look at Julia Roberts. You knew she wasn't going to stay married to Lyle Lovett for more than 20 fucking minutes, right? So, it was a phase. Yeah, she had blurred vision for about a year. Took some eye drops, called a lawyer, and got divorced. It happens both ways. So what do we do, bro? You're going to have a big black tie affair. You and Lana got to have a big New Year's. I'll fly out for that shit, man. Tuxedo only.
Whether you want to get more fit, be a better parent, or get more done at work, there is one thing that will help. That's better sleep. With Miracle Made sheets, you could tap into the power of self-cooling temperature regulation, which has been shown to improve sleep quality by up to 34%.
Self-cleaning. That's right. These sheets are infused with natural silver that prevent 99.9% of bacteria growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. I have Miracle sheets. They sent them. I love them. I got a dark gray. They go nice with the white comforter.
Go to trymiracle.com/thecast to try it today. And we got a special deal for our listeners. Save over 40% and be sure to use the promo code thecast at checkout to save even more and get 3 free towels. Are you kidding me? You dry off with the product and then you go to sleep on the product. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you could get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to and use the code to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off to treat yourself. Go to trymiracle.com/thecast to try it today. And we got a special deal for our listeners. Save over 40% and be sure to use the promo code thecast at checkout to save even more and get 3 free towels. Thank you, Miracle Made, for supporting this episode. Speaking of resolutions, you mentioned it. All right. Do you mind sharing some of what your resolutions are?
Yeah, they're lame. They're just too basic. Trying to cut back on baked goods at night, ice cream and baked goods. It's insane. I'm literally I'm like, dude, I can't believe I don't have diabetes. That's how bad it is. I mean, a fucking bowl of ice cream with 5 cookies doing a circle around the ice cream. Oh my God.
Oh man, you had. The ice cream's got an audience of cookies?
Absolutely. I do a dip with the cookie. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. Sometimes I got cookies in my sweatpants pocket because I know Jackie will have a comment if there's too many cookies in the bowl. So while she's watching the movie, I slide cookies out and do a replace.
Wait a minute, hold on. You're bringing cookies in your pant pocket to the couch?
To the couch. Because I'll have... Because if I put 5 out sometimes, she'll be like, all right, cookies and ice cream. So I'll put 2 cookies out, and I'll see her do the glance, and she sees the 2 cookies. But she's not policing when I'm eating them. So, like, after I eat, when she's not looking, I'll take one out of the pocket and put it back on the thing. So she'll look over and be like, oh, he hasn't eaten his cookies yet, you know? Fucking horrible, dude. Got a ring of baked goods right around my middle. What?
Did you ever think 25 years ago that you'd be putting fucking cookies in your sweatpants?
I know, right? And again, you
as a man though, can't you come to the couch with as many cookies as you want in your ice cream at this age? But it's like a kid. You're hiding cookies?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, right? I agree with you, man. But like, you know, you don't, Lana wouldn't police you if you did something like let's
same
say,
thing. I get the same thing. I gotta hide. I'm eating in the garage sometimes. I told you. Sometimes I gotta go in the garage and have some.
Grown man, successful, independent, living a good life, and we choose this shit. That's what's crazy. What about telling you what to wear? Are you gonna wear that? Telling me what to wear when she ain't even gonna be where I'm fucking wearing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like she's gonna be next to me at the place. Holy shit.
Well, no, it's a representation of her. If you go out of the house looking like garbage, right? It reflects on her. Even though she's at home, people are gonna go and see you solo and gonna go, fucking Jackie, let him leave the house that way. Right? I mean, that's what it is, bro. I mean, literally, I lost all control and all independent of anything I do now has to be checked by my wife.
Right.
Everything.
Right. Well, you bring up a great point, because anytime I see one of your performance outfits, you know, it's instinctually, I assume Lana's behind it. You know,
Lana's definitely behind it, and she's also, I don't even buy anything anymore. Like if I'm out, like at a store, I'll look at something and go, oh, that's cool, but I have to tell myself that was cool before I met Lana. You know, like.
Right. That would not make it through the Lana filter. So don't buy it. Yeah. By the way, I saw the photos from your party where you turned it into a ski chalet. Oh my God, it looked fantastic.
Yeah,
and Lana's shoes, they were like bows, man. She looked great, man. That was really cool, man. That was really cool.
She really did a nice job. Here's something. This happens every holiday season for me. It starts about 3 weeks out. I start eating and drinking pretty good for the holidays. It's never a holiday where I go, nah, I'm watching what I'm eating. It's full bore. And I've been noticing some weight gain and whatnot. But here's something that I haven't done my whole life, but just started doing it. I'm catching myself snoring. Right? Just like one of those.
Yeah.
Not a repetitive snore. It's more like a. So last night, I'm sleeping and I get hit with a pillow. Like my wife has a cylinder pillow. It's just like you put like kind of on your neck.
Yeah.
I get hit with that directly in right between the eyes. And I'm like, it's one of those where I'm like, I just get hit with a pillow. I'm like, I go back to bed, right? 5 minutes goes by, And another one. This is harder. Fuck. I go, you just hit me? He goes, you're snoring. I go, snoring. So I got up this morning, I go, have I been snoring lately? She goes, yeah, just a weight gain. Now, let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Do fat people snore more than skinny people?
Yes. And if you don't lose weight, bro, you're going to be needing one of them masks soon. Fucking sleep apnea machine guy. You're going to be traveling with that shit on the road, making sure the bed has an outlet next to it. Now listen, I've as I got older, I never snore. I've never snored. It's trashy, right? Like I feel like cool guys don't fucking snore. You know what I mean? The same way, I don't feel like I fart when I come out of anesthesia, like some of those other guys are. I don't feel like I snore. So then Jackie starts hitting me with that shit about 2 years ago. I'm snoring, but for me, it's only when I'm on my back. So she'll hit me and go, roll over, you're snoring. So then I got to go back over to the side. And then sometimes on my back is the only way I could sleep. So I got to do this. If I'm going to lay on my back, I got to trick my face into thinking I'm on my side. So I'm on my back, but my face is hard planted like that. So the breathing is still going this way instead of this way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like... That works too.
That's a cool move, though. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that would like integrate a side sleep
Yeah.
when they're physically on their back.
Tricking the body, guys. Yeah. Because I'm not doing because the other thing you're going to have to do soon is those nose strips that open. And by the way, man, you know, you probably gotta, when you're loud, so I would imagine your snore is loud too, man. Because when you want to be loud, you're a loud guy when you want to be.
Well, it's waking me up. So, you know, it's like sometimes like I was taking a nap on the couch the other day and I'm like, oh, wow, what the fuck was that? Like,
fucking elderly, that's what that is, guys. He just snapped your neck, right? You're like...
Yeah, bro. So if that wasn't a wake-up call, I'm starting the new year off with got to get on track with my health and fitness. Got to get on track. So right now I'm doing a liquid, just a 24-hour water cleanse, just drinking water today, resetting the body, getting it ready for the new year. I can't go on like this.
I know socially you've been around, he's been to your house, Mario Lopez, right? I mean, every time I'm in a hotel and he's introducing me to the latest films, the guy is like never not shredded. Ever.
Yeah.
Right? Do you ever ask him, like, what is this guy doing? Is he drinking papaya juice in the morning? Like, he don't have a craving for pasta, right? That's probably the thing. He, you know.
I don't know. You know, it's funny with him. I see him. I know he likes to, party and, he loves his tequila and whatnot. But yeah, every time I see this guy on Instagram, he's sweating. He's with his shirt off, boxing, and losing lbs throughout the day. I'm like, right. Jesus Christ. I don't know, some guys, and not to take away from his hard work ethic and what he's doing in the gym, but I think just some people, generally speaking, got a high metabolism and they're just burning fat constantly. Me,
right.
I gotta I stepped on the scale today. I'm like, ooh, wow, we gotta really readjust. Because yesterday I went over to another friend's house and he had sandwiches. It's another thing. It's like, I don't know, man. Growing up, I grew up on a lot of carbs, a lot of bread, a lot of sandwich, pizza, pasta, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember going to bed, 1:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning, having a pound of pasta with butter and cinnamon on it. Butter and cinnamon.
Cinnamon on pasta?
Little bit, just for sweetness, bro. Gotta recommend it, man. I'm telling you, it Every once in a while, I used to do a little cinnamon on the pasta, right?
My God, you're such a guinea. You turn your pasta into a dessert instead of just actually having dessert.
But now, I mean, goddamn, it's. You have like one bad meal, and you gain 5 pounds.
It's unbelievable. If I go 3 days in a row without having my late night snack, I mean, my stomach is clearly thinner in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it can go from meal to meal almost with us at this point.
Mm-hmm. So, your resolution is restrict the baked goods at night. Is there another one you got in the chamber?
Yeah, I'm already not doing so good with it, but I was going to try and cut down on the F-bombs on the show. But, which is kind of interesting, also my New Year's resolution, I decided to cut back on the F-bombs on the show because a lot of parents, you know, they go, me and my son bond on the show. You know, my son's 9, this, that. And I'm like, boy. But on the flip side with that resolution, I decided to embrace the F-bomb in all other aspects of my life. Like, I am no longer at my age going to, like, if I'm around a certain guy that I know doesn't curse, not curse. I mean, even like, I was the other day, I was at the post office, and I was doing something, a mail with the guy, and I'm like, fuck, man, mail got banged up for like 4 days, huh? You know? Just throwing out a fuck to start up the conversation because I felt like it. Where in the past, they'd be like, it's a post office, don't. I love the word. I love the word, man. And I've been seeing more and more people out there saying what a beautiful word it is.
No, it is a beautiful word. And then if it's used properly in a sentence, I definitely think it adds an abundance of meaning and inflection to whatever you're saying.
Jackie curses
however,
more than me. She curses more than me.
Well, that's a lot.
I know. I know, man. Anyway, what were you going to say? Because I got to tell you a story too about,
1 second, before you tell me that story, is Sadie picking up on the swearing? Like, is she going around going, fuck, Dad, come on?
No, we would never let her. She said hell the other day, and as soon as she said it, she knew she was like, oh, geez, I don't even know why I said that. But yeah, I don't really say the F-bomb in front of her that much.
Oh, you don't?
No, I do my best not to at all. I mean, of course not. I'll say shit in front of her. Sometimes I'm like, come on, are you kidding me with this shit? But Jackie will say the F-bomb in front of her. Not to her or anything, but she'll like yell in the kitchen, fuck, something like that.
Yeah, I would just think she'd be picking that up just because, you know, it'd be like a family eating a lot of donuts, right? There's a lot of donuts around the house. So the kid obviously is going to have a couple donuts because it's just available. I would just think since the F-bomb is just being used in such a way at the Correale house that she would just absorb that and go to school and go, fuck, come on, guys.
She says guy all the time. You know, that she does. You know? She'd be like, come on, guy. You know, like that. But, the way it's going, bro, within like 2 years, I'm going to hear an F-bomb in the other room go in there, and it's her rolling a joint, and the fucking weed fell under the carpet. She's like, fuck. But
here's something I did last night. I want as a parent, I want to see if you've ever done this. Lana and I got into an argument last night in the car on the way home in front of the kids. And it wasn't like loud where I was screaming, but I was stern and firm with my opinion on what had happened between her and I. And she was coming back at me, back and forth. At night, when I'm putting Seraphina to bed, right, I told her, I go, listen, I know you heard Mommy and Daddy have an argument tonight in front of you. I want to let you know that I love Mommy, still love Mommy, but sometimes in a relationship, you have disagreements, and, you know, sometimes you get a little loud, and you want to, I wanted to tell Mommy how I was feeling, and sometimes I get a little loud and whatnot. I just want to let you know that I love Mommy to death, and it's just sometimes we have disagreements. That's okay, Daddy.
beautiful.
Again, I didn't tell Lana I told her that. All right?
Yeah.
The shit that goes unseen. Right? I lost my earpiece. Don't talk.
Lana may argue. All right.
It's in. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Lana may argue that it didn't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? So,
but what do you think? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Like, I don't want to be the parents where the kid goes, yeah, you know, my mom and dad every and then would like argue and he got uncomfortable. I call it out, bro. I call it out. I go, I know what you saw tonight. You know?
Yeah. No, you beat it to the punch. I hear you. But on the flip side, you guys don't. It's how do I want to say it? When Sadie got a little older, now when we argue, she'll go, oh, guys, don't, something like that. And I don't like that shit. You know, I don't like that even when you're around a friend who does that. You ever argue with someone, they go, okay, guys. And I'm like, listen, don't act like you're in the middle of some big fight here and it's uncomfortable, right? Yeah. I'm just telling my wife one little thing. So I tell Sadie when she does that, like she did it the other day, Jackie and I got in a fight. And she's like, guys, come on. I was like, Sadie, just mind your own business, all right? You're nine. You know? Because when we fight, it's over pretty quick and then we're back to normal. But I find, though, who's more willing to fight out of you two in front of the kids? Is there one person that like is pumping the brakes a little more than the other?
I would say both of us are generally conscious of who's in the room if we have a disagreement. However, sometimes it's inevitable. You're in a car, they're there. You're not gonna like camp it for 20 minutes. You want to just handle it. So I think both of us are definitely cautious of when we have a disagreement and who it's in front of. But there's another thing that we've been doing, and I don't know if Sadie had picked up on this, but like Serafina's kind of getting hold on. Serafina's getting a little grossed out when mommy and daddy kiss. You ever get that?
Yeah. I do. And I find that odd, right? Because I know my daughter, I know a lot of kids will worry about this. So, they don't want you to get divorced. They know divorced people and stuff, and we're always like, ain't gonna happen. But I always thought, like, sometimes when I go up, there's been times when I've only kissed Jackie because Sadie was in the room, and I'm thinking, oh, this kid's gonna love to see daddy kiss mommy. It's like a fucking Norman Rockwell painting. It's just gonna make her feel nice and snug in her family. And then I get and gross. You know what's gross? Having a separate bedroom in Conawango because daddy moved. That's fucking, spending your weekends with a different set of friends. Tell me that's a little grosser than me and mom sucking face for 10 seconds, right?
You know what's gross? A stepdad.
Oh, shit. You think this is gross? Wait till you see a guy named Jerry coming out of mom's bedroom in his slippers. Then you'll know what gross is, all right? Telling you he's going to make you pancakes. Huh? Oh, God. I couldn't imagine. I listen, and I know life is life, but holy shit, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, though. You think your daughter would go, oh, God, they're still in love. Thank God. This is great.
That's what he does. That's what I thought. She would go, oh, look at mommy and daddy are never going to be not together. They love each other so much, rather than, oh, God, don't do that. Don't do that.
You know what's gross? A stepdad. Oh, that's hilarious. And listen, I know there's great stepdads out there. I'm just saying, it's no.
I mean, like in our case, I could imagine. Can you imagine coming to your house now, the house you live in now, right? On a Saturday morning, okay, and Jerry opens the door. What's up, Pete? And you're like, yeah, no, that's up. Sadie ready? Oh God! And you're gonna take her for the weekend?
I watch this. He goes, what? Wait, what about? Wait, I'm going to pick up Sadie. She's living with my son. And not only that, the guy goes to me. Sadie's been going through some tough stuff lately, so if you can just go easy with her, me and Jackie would appreciate. Oh, would you? Would you, fucking Bill? Would you appreciate it?
Oh, I couldn't imagine. Couldn't fucking imagine. Then you got to bring her back Sunday night. Oh, fuck, bro. I don't know how people do it. I honest to God, I don't know how people raise kids divorced when they're young, when the kids are young, and you got to go, oh, okay, I got them this week, you got them that, but I got to go out of town. Can you take them? Oh, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah. And listen, I'll be honest, man. Sometimes you find when you, like, you know, Sadie will come home and someone has a cell phone her age, and you know, she'll go like, why can't I have a cell phone? And then she'll leave the room, and Jackie will go, because your parents aren't divorced and they're not competing for your love, so you don't get a fucking cell phone. Is that too fucked up? Right? It's always the kid from a divorced family that's got the fucking Xbox in his room with a flat screen TV. He's been to Disney World twice with both sides, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. No. I don't know. I might have to take that out.
No, leave that in, bro.
All right, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Let's go. We'll put that, mark that, we'll put that on Instagram.
So, you know, you can't compete with that, you know, when you got that kind of stuff going on. But the other one that's crazy to me, dude, is when a guy has kids and he gets a divorce and then he ends up with another woman and she has kids. So now he's waking up every day in a house with kids that are not his. Because if I was his kid, I'd be like, hey, you're like waking up and making pancakes for fucking kids that aren't even your kid. I'm right here pouring cereal. What the fuck? You know, at the very least, wake up there, drive here, and make me the fucker.
Well, I mean, that's one of there's so many scenarios where divorced and you had kids with the first wife, got married again, had kids with the second wife, right?
Right.
Now that kid from the first marriage has a half brother over here, right? And then how do you like mix that whole fucking thing together? Like, how the hell does that? Hey, this is your sister, and this kid's like, yeah, but that's not my mom. You know, like that's. What are you, just fucking planting seeds all over town? You know, it's like, what the fuck, man? I don't know how the hell that even works.
I know.
I couldn't do that. I just couldn't do that.
And then it's like I couldn't do it either. And then it's like, you know, when you have kids like we do, there are times when you're like, whatever, you put them in front of a TV or you give them some toy or something because you got shit to do, right? Now, say it's your weekend with your kid and you got shit to do. So now you pick your kid up, you drive him 3 hours to your house where they have no friends, and you go, watch TV. And then you do, like, now I feel doubly guilty. I make the kid come here for the weekend, but I got to do yard work. You know, the kid's like, I could have just stayed where I was. And you're like, no, but it's my turn to have you, so you're going to sit in my house, even though I'm busy. And I know it's, and I was asking Jackie the other day, what's your take on this? If you're a kid and your parents raise you, and then and you graduate high school and you go to college, and like a week after you're in college, I'll give it a month after you're in college, your mother calls you at college and says that your parents are getting divorced, and obviously they were only staying together until you got out. does that make you feel, I said to Jackie, would that make the kid feel everything was fake, all the vacations and stuff, and they were only doing it till I went away, and they didn't want to be with each other anymore? Or as a kid, would you be like, well, I don't give a fuck now. I'm out. As long as it was nice when I was there. They could, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Depends on the kid. Because I know that situation has happened to some of the people that I know where it's like, just let's get the kid off to college and then we could go our separate ways or whatnot. But I would have to think that the child would look back and go, was Disneyland really that fun? Or were they, when I went to bed, were they going, and another thing, when he's 18, I'm leaving.
Yeah, like every birthday when I turn 13, when they looking at each other while I'm blowing out the candle, going 5 more fucking years and I'm out of here. 5 more and I'm out of here. To you, yeah. Oh shit! Oh my God, we're better than the Smothers Brothers. Just riffing. Oh.
Oh God! Shit!
Oh. So before the show ends, I got to tell you this quick story because I need your opinion on this. Last night, Jackie and I got in a bit of a short but intense fight. So we get our pasta now from Italy because of you, because it's so good, that place where you tell us to get it, right? So she was making for New Year's Day. We're having, it almost looks like linguine. It's wide noodles, and it's the Italian place from Italy. And we're looking forward to this meal for a while. It's going to be great. Now, when she's done, the water's boiling. Now she's got to dump the pasta out, right? We got this new sink when we got our kitchen done, and she gets so anal with like, the sink can crack if it's too hot, if the water's too hot. So she won't even pour boiling water down our sink because she's afraid it's going to crack the sink. So she's like, because the guy told her that. You're not supposed to be able to hear with my soundproof. Well, you didn't end up having it? All right. So, all right, I'm telling the story. Jack, I'm doing the show, man. Bro, I got all this black around here. I thought it was supposed to... Patrick, you told me this shit was going to be soundproof.
Yeah. It's for the quality of the show. It doesn't...
Right.
You're not cut off from the rest of the home.
So she goes, you have to go take the colander out onto the porch with me, and I'm going to dump the pasta into the colander while you hold it over the porch.
God, bro, this is trash. This is trash.
I know, I agree, bro.
If I'm on my porch and you're my neighbor and I look over and you're pouring pasta into the what the fuck? I go, look at this shit. Move, let's move. Put the sign up tomorrow.
Well, it was dark, first of all, and listen, we're good with that. I mean, I'm up in the class around here, so we're off to the side of the porch, and I'm holding out the colander, and she goes to dump it right away, and it splashes, and I'm like, shit, what the fuck? And she's like, well, I go, you're burning me. It's boiling water. You got to do it slow. Do it slow. Shit. So then as she's doing it slower, it slips from her, and she drops half the pot, and like I moved the strainer away because it's going to burn my hand. Then she catches it, and she's like, shit. She dropped half the pasta into the wood chips, dyed dark wood chips I have. I buy the ones that are like a dark stain that makes the lawn look, the bushes look nice. So she goes, what the fuck? I dumped half of it down there. And then she goes, she goes, it might not be that much. I don't think it's that much. And then she goes and gets the flashlight. She shines it. She goes, shit, it's at least half of it. Oh, my God. Now I got to reboil the water. We got to wait again. Like, we're all set. And then I go, listen, I'll just heat up some of the lasagna, frozen lasagna. Don't even. And she goes, I'm getting it. You think we could still eat it? So she said, and I go, Jack, what do you mean eat it? It's in the dirt. I'm not eating that shit. And she's like, it's just noodles. It's just dirt. It'll rinse right off. And I'm like, Jack, listen to what you're saying right now. I'm not eating that shit. And she goes, Pete, it's like, what is the big deal? And I go, the wood chips are dyed dark. They got a stain. It's going to stain the pasta. And I go, and she goes, I'm going to just grab the tongs. And she grabs tongs and a flashlight, puts on her boots because it's rainy out. And she's going to go get the pasta out of the wood chips.
There's rain on the wood chips, too?
Yeah, it's wet. It's been raining for a few days. And she's going to go scoop them out, right? So I go, this is one of those moments where I go, whatever. I'm heating up the lasagna. I don't want any of that shit. If you clean that, that's yours. There's enough in here with the lasagna. We don't even, what do you do? I don't even know what you're saying, Jack. And then she's going, it's from Italy. I'm not wasting this fucking pasta from Italy. It's good. It's expensive. I like this shit, right? So she does. She goes out there. She comes back. Jack, why are you getting mad? What am I saying that's not true? I'm trying to do the cast. Bro, what? Jack? Well, I thought I think I heard her say something about me, but now I don't hear her back there. So anyway, she comes back with the pasta, right? Yeah. And now I'm heating up the lasagna. She's got a new colander in the sink, and she's pulling them out one by one, rinsing them all off with her fingers, and then putting them back in the colander. And I'm going, I'm not eating that, Jack. I go, look at it. I go, it's a little darker than the rest of the pasta. And she's like, it is not. What do you say? I go, look, you could tell it's a little darker. And I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing. I'm not going to eat this, right? So she cleans all of them, but at the same time, my lasagna is done. So we end up eating the pasta that wasn't dirty and the lasagna. And I told her, you know, if I don't want any more. I'm good. I'm done, but I'm not eating that. And I go, and there was a big thing because I'm like, you're going to give me that dirty pasta when I'm not looking. You're going to put it on sauce. And she's like, no, I promise I won't. So she didn't end up eating it. But right up until the end, she wouldn't admit that it was a little weird that she was cleaning off pasta.
No, I'm here to tell you, as a referee here, this is, once the pasta hits the floor and it's on wood chips and there's rain and I don't give a shit where the fucking pasta's from.
That's what I'm saying.
It's garbage. And
right. It was almost like
what?
It's like a mental situation. Jack,
and
are you there? Bro.
Is she there?
No. All right. I thought she was. She's not. All right.
Bro, how long does it take to reboil water? I mean, it's not like you just boil water, throw pasta. It's another 10 or 15 minutes.
Everything was time, though. The meatballs were perfect to go. The sauce was ready. The bread was toasted. So it was all coming to. I mean, she even takes her soda because she only has soda once a week on Sunday, and she'll put it in the freezer right before dinner. So when she pulls it out, it's almost about to freeze. That's how cold it is. So even her soda was timed out. So she was very upset. But it was one of those things. You ever have a moment with Lana where you know that she knows that her choice was wrong, but she just won't. She'd rather just keep going down that path than to admit to me, you're right. What am I doing? This is crazy. I'm cleaning off.
I've had those moments too myself where I know it's wrong and I'm beating a dead horse going, no, it's right what I did. No, believe me, I've been on that side too. But this pasta thing is definitely, well, let me go way back into the beginning of the story. Kind of fucking sink that you got that it's cracking with hot water.
Oh. Well, it's regular water from the sink it can handle, but apparently really hot boiling water could crack it. I think it might. I don't know if it's porcelain. It's one of them deep white sinks. It's really nice, man.
You never heard that? Not denying.
Even
I never heard you can't put hot water into a sink. That's kind of like what the sink is. He's looking it up right now.
Heard. Yeah, that's what Google. If there's hot water. Same thing with the countertop. It's like, what is it called? It's not marble, I don't think. But it's something like that. And if you don't want to put something too hot on it, it'll make that crack too. That's what they say.
I don't know, man. I never.
I'm seeing reports of cracked teapots. If you pour boiling water into the teapot, and it's a porcelain teapot, I'm not finding anything on sinks yet, but I'm sure it's possible. I don't see why it wouldn't be possible.
Look, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. If I was a bachelor and I had my kitchen redone, and the guy put that sink in and said that to me, I'd give a nod, and then I would still pour boiling water down it again.
Yeah.
But it goes back to eating food in your garage. Now I got a wife. This is how she's going with this thing. So now I'm holding a colander over the fucking side of the porch, pouring pasta into it. You know, again, just so much of our lives would be different.
Oh God, man, the time flew on this one today. It really burned through. We gotta appreciate everybody out there for again listening to the cast. Saw a guy, I forgot. I don't know what his name was. He didn't introduce himself, but it was Saturday night, Friday night. This was on Sunset Boulevard. He was crossing the street, gave a little wave, and said, "The cast." And it's just amazing. Once you just say the cast, the bond there is for life. Awesome. For life.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
All right, man. I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Pete Sebastian Show, signing out.